Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be Bel Air Season 2, Episode 4. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. So this episode is picking up at the aftermath of, Will jumping up on the roof of the school, putting the Black Teachers Matter sign on the roof of the school. He was pretty much suspended and kicked off the basketball team. Now, he's kind of in the doghouse at home, but this is his opportunity to get with Doc Holliday. And you have Carlton, who pretty much Will's getting all the, everybody rooting him on, but they giving Carlton props too. But Carlton is mad that Will took it there because all he wanted him to do was just be there for him. But Will took it to another level. So the BSU group, those that was in the group looked at him as, you used this so that you could get nominated by the faculty because you proceeded with the silent protest. Will did that on his own. So the girl that Carlton liked, she kind of like brushed him off because he didn't do the speech. So from there, while Will was home, he had the ideal, let me hook back up with Doc. And he wanted Uncle Phil to go down there with him so they could talk about his opportunity. So when they get down there, you find out that Aunt Viv had already spoke with Doc and set things up in motion. Meanwhile, Uncle Phil really wasn't feeling it because he's looking at Doc as an opportunist. It takes to be in the school is $10,000 a month, and Doc gets a percentage off of their any NIL deals and any deals that they get in the future. So, but in this program, they get a lot of exposure. Of course, if they got the game. Now, from here, you have Hillary and Jazz situation, and it's an opportunity for Hillary to meet Jazz's parents. He was had some reservation at first, but he's decided to go along with it. Meanwhile, Hillary talked to her Aunt Viv about it, and she basically kind of put some pressure on her. So Hillary showed up to the meeting, to the dinner, and Jazz's parents are Muslim, so Hillary showed up in Muslim gear. She's just trying to show respect to make a good impression, but they just want her to be herself. So she started giving them stuff she read up and studied, was showing her brightness, but it's not her being her real self. They just want her to be her at the end of the day. So that was, and then her and Jazz had to talk about that towards the end of the episode. Meanwhile, you had back to Uncle Phil and Doc's conversation. Uncle Phil pretty much was standoffish, like it's not a good idea. Will was upset, and he pretty much hooked up with Carlton and told Carlton, let's go to the BSU bowling event. Showed up, they did bowling. Will got a text from Jackie pretty much saying, are you ready to be in my world? Let me let you in. So she invites him down to her ballet session. Meanwhile, he leaves Carlton. So when he leaves Carlton, the guy Drew that is messing with Lisa kind of approaches Carlton and say he was, he really just used them to get the faculty nominee award. Carlton freaked out and then beat Drew up and then snapped on the group basically saying the reason why he didn't say the speech because he had an anxiety attack, and when he had the anxiety attack, he's on meds and, as far as mental. So he just came out clean in front of everybody. They was recording him. But it was a positive because the girl he liked, she kind of seen a different side of him. Plus, after that, the after effects of people seeing him beat Drew up, plus admitting to everybody the issues he was going through. They want to start a mental health group within the school. Meanwhile, when Will went down to see Jackie in ballet, he was just dancing off with her, seeing what she do, and see how she reacts with her uncle, and that willed him in. So she gave him this slogan: "No grit, no grind, no success." So that stuck with him. He used that when he went and made breakfast for Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil, so they could back him on going to the school. Now, when he showed back up to Holiday's office, he showed back up and saying he's going to let Will get into the school. He basically restructured the contract where Doc wouldn't own Will, but he still would get some percentages. And he looked on the wall, he seen where it said no grit, no grind, no success. So he knows the guy has an influence on Will. And that statement didn't come from Will. When they left, Jackie came in and Doc pretty much like, yeah, it was you that sealed the deal, because by you influencing Will, that got him to influence his uncle and aunt. Now he's here. But she had this look on her face like she really liked him. She wasn't really trying to use him. Now, it was a situation where Uncle Phil was feeling like Jeffrey's off, something's up with him. And he asked Jeffrey, well, let's talk about it. And they really never got into it. However, Jeffrey did do some recon on Uncle Phil's partner. And his partner pretty much admitted, hey man, when you left to try to be running for council, it put the firm on a hold because you brought in millions and you brought in the big high clientele. However, when you left, the clients left with you. So we had to reach out to a big firm to buy us out. Uncle Phil pretty much saying you can't do that. And they pretty much said, well, don't take it personal. We gotta take care of our families too, unless you got a better plan. So that's gonna be pushed forward to see what's gonna happen. So that's pretty much the bulk of the episode. The only other thing, I think Ashley, she was ready to give up in her quest for like Black Lives Matter and everything, but Will gave her some inspiration, pep talk, like he used to do in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And by the end of the episode, she was back at it. And so, other than that, another decent episode. We'll see how I progress forward. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.